Well, here's the second review. Second part of the review. I finished Labyrinth of Spirits again after like 5 years of not reading or something. And then The City of the Mist, which is the same universe as this, but not really a continuation. But he wrote this. This is the last book he wrote before he died, I think. Carlos, the author. Anyway, this book was pretty good. It follows Alicia Gris, such a good protagonist, and I can understand why people love her more as a protagonist than Daniel. I love Daniel in the first book as a protagonist. In this book, he's not fine. He's decent as a protagonist, but I do like Alicia Gris here more. So much better than Furman as a protagonist. Compared to David Martin and Angel's Game as a protagonist, no, I think I still prefer Alicia Gris. This book is so thick. How many pages is this again? Let me see. 700 something. Or maybe even 800. Let me see. No, I think it's... Yeah, those are the books. My Shadow of the Wind is not the UK one, so it's not like that. Wait. Even this one, mine is not like that. Weird. Okay, whatever. I bought this recently. I read it back in Qatar when I lived there at school. It was the hardcover version of a ghost-looking thing on the cover. But I don't remember how the book was anymore, so I bought it. I really wanted the hardcover instead of this guy in this cover, but they don't sell it anymore. Can't find it. This one, it was at the bookshop, but it was a bit crooked. I think I explained in the previous video. This one was kind of boring. I don't recommend it. It's in India, I think. But I don't know, the way he wrote it and the details, it wasn't as good as how he wrote Barcelona or Madrid, Spain. Marina was good, but I need to reread it. I can't remember anymore. Anyway, yeah, this book is super good. Alicia is someone that Furman knows from his past. It's very interesting. If you like the previous books, if you like Shadow of the Wind, Angel's Game, you should definitely read this. And there's a bit about Marina, I think, in this book. Like, is it called a cameo? Or is it just a reference? It's a reference. Although you won't know it from Marina unless you read Marina, I think. But I really love how the books are interconnected. Also, I keep confusing the Prince of Mist and the City of Mist. I don't know. But even the Prince of Mist is mentioned, I think. I think it's the Aldaya mansion. Wait, no. It's some sort of mansion. I can't remember whose mansion. But it's in the story somewhere. It's pretty cool. I love how everything is interconnected. There is a... Who is that bad person? Terrible person? Basically a villain. I think it is... Is it called Franco? Can't remember. It starts with an F, I think. Well, there's a second version of that terrible guy in this book. And also, people say this book is sexist, like the author is sexist, but honestly, I don't see it. Yes, there's a lot of women that are victimized, but also men, honestly. There are, like, abuse of women in the book, but, that happens in real life. I honestly just think the author is, like, conveying what happens back then. Realistically. I don't think it's anything extra or crazy, you know? Like, I don't know. I guess you can see if you read the book if you think it's sexist or not. I guess you can share. You can agree or disagree with me. But yeah, this is the only book Well, not the only book, but the few books I have that are crinkled or like those. Also, I love this gold, you know. It looks so, I don't know, good. The shine, the sheen, whatever. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's sexist, but you can disagree with me. Because, like, there's just as many male victims and, like, hardships that the men face in this as women. But women are just more, like, more domestic centered hardships, like abuse in the house and stuff like that. And men is more like dangerous, I don't know, which is real. I mean, even in real life, I think men get like violently physically assaulted more, and women are more sexually assaulted and kidnapped and stuff like that. So I think that's consistent in the story. Yeah. And we don't, even though some people say you can read these books in any order, you shouldn't do that, honestly. Don't do that. Read it in order that's released. It'll just be better that way. This should be the final book. Like, don't read this first, no matter what. Or, I don't know, I think it'll not ruin everything, but it'll ruin the experience. Well, anyway, this is the most boring one. It's essential, but it's boring. The rest are great, in my opinion. And this book, oh yeah, I guess I forgot to say, this book is also kind of boring. There's a few good stories. It's kind of like short stories. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. It's short stories, but honestly, you can live without this book unless you're a collector. Honestly, there's one super cool or two super cool stories. Actually, one is about David Martin's mother. It makes you like, the mother that he describes in Angel's Game is like a tailor or something. She works in a clothes store, but this one, his mother died giving birth to him. And the people that were in the house, this is like spoiler now. But honestly, I don't really recommend this book. So okay, spoilers now. I'll tell you shortly that the mother in this book was in the cold. She was dying. She knocked on the house. She collapsed in front of the door, and then they opened the door. They let her in, call a doctor. She was in front of the fire because, you know, it was snowing outside. So she gave birth to David Martin. And then they didn't even let her hold her baby David. And then they threw her out and she died, the woman. And David Martin, well, I assumed either was sold or... No, I don't think the family that got him now raised him. I think he was sold to someone who maybe is his father in Angel's Game. And well, I don't know honestly what happened. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. This book, I don't know what is canon, honestly, what's real. I mean, there's some crazy part of some dragon stuff here, so I don't know. Maybe it's just like something he wanted to write before he died, like some extra ideas, but not as fluid linking to the previous book, if that makes sense. I mean, just get it if you're a collection seeking person like me, since I like his other books. But if you want a good book, I wouldn't say get this one. Don't get this one, I guess. It's not really worth it. Also, it was like $60 just for something this thin. It's so thin. I finished in 2 or 3 days, and you could definitely finish this in 1 day. It's just 150 pages. Oh yeah, I forgot to let you read the back. It does say not how. Oh man, my phone cut off because I ran out of storage. I got like 70 GB worth of stuff on my photos, whatever. I need to hurry. Anyway, what was I saying? And I think I just didn't want to end the video that way. But yeah, get this book if you're a collector. Don't get it if you're not. Right? There was a story about the architect of the labyrinth of the books, or whatever it's called. Cemetery of Forgotten Books. They mentioned him, or like the build up to basically an ends. Wait, that would be spoiler. Okay, spoiler again for those that don't want to buy this book. Yeah, so not descendant, ancestor of Daniel Semperi, you know, way back then, found the plant for the Cemetery of Forgotten Books, a labyrinth for the books, crazy giant library, underground secret library. That one, they found the plant. He found the plant, and he obviously couldn't do it. He was like a printing guy or something. Can't remember. Something with printing. What he was working as. So he couldn't do it, so he saved it for someone that could. So like, I think it's called Cervantes, and Andreas Corelli makes another appearance here. So, well, so this doesn't make sense really, because, well, if you read this, then you know who Andreas Corelli is supposed to be or is not supposed to be, so he shouldn't be here. So I think this is more like, what if the previous books were more supernatural or were a fantasy? And he just wanted to write a what if, kind of, honestly. I think this is what that is, so yeah. Okay, that's it for the review. This is gonna be a pain to like put together. I need to transfer on laptop because of how it's split apart. Or whatever. Well, hope this helps somehow. Or if this was somewhat entertaining. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. See you next time for The Humans review by Matt Haig. Yeah, I'll review that next. The Humans by Matt Haig.